Welcome back to Mom's Moment. Today I work from home with both kiddos and I make barley and beef stew for dinner. While the kids are still asleep, I'm prepping breakfast for myself. I like to eat before the kids get up. That way I can work while they eat. So I'm making some Nespresso coffee with some cinnamon bagels and cream cheese. Good morning. I slept for maybe 4.5, 5 hours last night, so I don't want to get on the treadmill this morning. Also, I was so tired last night that I pulled out a pair of PJs from what I thought was the clean laundry basket, because you know when you're behind on the laundry and you just end up taking the laundry out of the basket and not folding it? Well, there was also a dirty laundry basket, and I think I pulled it out of the dirty basket and not the clean basket because there's a stain. So anyway, today I'm home alone with the kids. I'm going to be working from home while watching both of the kiddos. So I'm not going to lie, I let the kids sleep in a little bit. Feeling a little off my game this morning, but we're going to get them up. Gonna get my oldest first. Oh, hello! Your sticker came off? Okay, do you want to go to the potty so you can get another one? Okay, let's do it. No, we gotta go get brother too. He wants to get dressed too. Alright, let's do it. Nope. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Gentle with his head. So my oldest really wanted oranges. So we did do a real breakfast. Oranges and strawberries and bagel with cream cheese. Is it good? What do you think? Oh, we're eating a bagel. Yeah, we finished our oranges already. Is that good? Yeah. Okay, so while the kids eat breakfast, I have this turkey carcass. It doesn't really have enough meat in it for another meal. Yeah. So I'm going to put it in this pot and make some stock. And then I thought, since I made too much barley the night before, that I'd make like a barley chicken soup. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've got the carcass in there. I threw in an onion. I had some veggies that were going bad. So there's some broccoli. There's also some of the vegetables that are left over from the weekend. They're getting kind of soggy, so I figured I'd throw them in. Some bell pepper pieces, some parsley. Yeah, so I'm going to throw in water and some spices and let it simmer throughout the day. So these are the spices I'm going to add, some bay leaves, peppercorns, and garlic. I really like making homemade stock because it's a great way to use veggies that are starting to go bad. I also decided to throw in a dash of rosemary and a dash of sage. It's also a great way to ensure that you use the whole chicken or the whole turkey. Plus, you can make it your own. Use the ingredients you have on hand, use what your favorites are, and let it simmer all day. There we go. A little overloaded, but it'll go down in time. Okay, so I'm starting by putting it on high heat, and then once the water boils, I'll reduce it to low and just let it simmer throughout the day. After the kids were done with breakfast, we transitioned to the living room. This is our playroom space. So while the kids played with toys, I worked on my laptop. I will say they were a little bit clingy today, which isn't a bad thing, but I found them wanting my attention a little more than usual. So I would take breaks and just hold them while I worked or play with them for about 10-15 minutes in between work tasks, and then that's okay. It's a nice break for me, and it's just part of working from home with the kids. So I've started doing this thing where I will put a blanket over my legs while I work and then put my legs up on the coffee table because they love playing in it. It's like a little fort. And then the oldest son, he'll get under the blanket and then play peekaboo with the baby. It's adorable. It's so sweet. Working from home with 2 kids is hard, but it's doable. I use their downtime to my advantage as much as I can. So when the kids are asleep, whether it's in the morning or during nap time, that's when I get my real sit-down work done. Then while they're awake, I answer emails, I do tasks that don't require as much brain power, and it works out okay. It's definitely not conventional, and it's hard because you're not working 9 to 5 and then you're done. You're working from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed, and sometimes you don't get to sleep a full 8 hours. And it's because you're doing 2 jobs. You're working a full-time job remotely on your laptop, and you're taking care of the kiddos. And that's going to require all of your time. And it's a lot sometimes, but I'm also really grateful because before the pandemic, when remote work wasn't as common, I never would have been able to stay home with my kids like this and spend these precious years when they're so little with them. I will admit there are days when I will admit that working from home with the kids makes me feel like a bad mom because I'll have to use the TV more than I want to so that I can get a task done, or I'm more stressed than I want to be because I'm trying to get out a task and trying to manage the kids at the same time, and that's a lot to manage sometimes, and I don't always handle it well. So if you're working from home and you're trying to take care of the kids at the same time, it's a lot. Even if you're just a stay-at-home mom, that's a lot too. And it's okay if there are days when you watch a little more TV than you wanted to. Heck, it's okay if you watch the TV the whole darn day because you're human and you love your kids and you're doing your best. And just know that I'm here too, and I'm in the thick of it too, and we'll get through it together. After morning playtime is over, we go back over to the kitchen. I'm stirring the stock, and then I get lunch ready for the kids. Hey, Angel. All right, come on, let's go to your bed then. We'll read your book. Yeah.
Hi, Niece.
Pretty cool, huh?
Cool.
Yeah, we gotta thank Grammy. She was a good idea she had. Okay, what book did you pick? Oh, this is a good one. Good night, Lab. But I can do a song. Can I do a song? Let's turn off the light. You want a song? Ready? So as you saw in my last vlog, my mom was here yesterday, and she put that blanket over my son's floor bed, and he loved it. He loved his fort. Adding a little bit more water. One of the best things about this recipe is that you can let this sit as long as you want. You can put it on the morning of, you can even do it the night before and just let it simmer.
So what I really want is some of that mac and cheese that I gave my kids for lunch, but we have these leftovers. It's healthy. I should eat what we have, especially since I forgot that we had it, and so I didn't give it to the kids too. So I'll eat this first, and then if I'm still hungry, maybe I can have some mac and cheese then. We'll see. Good morning, sunshine. How was your nap? Oh, we're ready to go. Okay. Okay, so the kiddos have snacks. My oldest, he's eating some pretzels. And the little one has some Cheerios. Cheerios! So while they have their snack, I'm going to finish prepping dinner. I would say that the broth is ready to be drained or separated. Separate the solids from the liquids. And then we'll add the stew ingredients. What do you think, Miss Kitty? Oh, leftover mac and cheese from lunchtime.
Uh-oh.
So we had some red potatoes in our pantry, so I'm going to add those to the broth. Then I'll add the meat. I'll wait till the last minute to add the leftover barley, the carrots, because those are canned. I might also add the celery now. Let's do it. Okay, so the potatoes are in the broth. I'm going to throw in some onion, some tomato paste, garlic, mustard, probably some celery. I'd like to throw in Guinness, but I don't think it's going to have enough time to cook off the alcohol and the kids are going to eat it. So I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. If I did it in the slow cooker, it'd be different, but I'm not. So maybe next time. Spoonful of garlic. You play with me. A, B, C, D, H, I, J, K. N, O, P, Q, R, S.
As you probably know by now, my favorite recipes are ones that I can adapt to use what I have in my pantry that don't really require a strict adherence to the recipe.
Okay, so this is the meat that we're testing out. There are 2 of these in there. So I'm going to open at least one of these, slice it up and put it in the pan before I put it in the stew. Okay, so I've got a little olive oil in the pan. I'm going to slice up my meat and add it. So I just ate a piece of the meat. It's actually pretty good. And it's pre-sliced, by the way. My toddler's playing with his toy chainsaw. Excuse us. So I want some bread with my stew, and I have this flour, so I'm going to make some Irish soda bread. Okay, 2 cups flour, half teaspoon salt, and half a teaspoon baking soda. So I didn't have any buttermilk, so I'm just adding a little bit of lime juice to my whole milk. Oven has been heated to 450. It goes in for 10 minutes at 450, and then you reduce the heat to 400 for 20. Oh,
I forgot that my mom put those pans in the oven.
Added the canned peas and carrots, and I will add the barley at the last minute.
While I finished dinner, my husband hung out with the boys in the living room.
Abba! Hi, baby.
And here's the final product. It turned out really well. Everyone was a big fan, even the kids. They liked the carrots and the peas, and Dad liked the beef.
So the stew is very good, but I accidentally used
baking powder instead of baking soda with the bread, so it didn't rise. So, oops. Oh well, maybe next time with the bread.